I don't know, are these... I'm guessing these are members of some weird faction. O or Zero. Not sure which one that is. Let's start with a Black Abishai, guys. I have to say, this bar looks really interesting. It's kinda... like, I don't know, steampunk from hell. Very interesting and neat, I have to say. Wait, were the Abishai talking just now? I'm not sure. Before we chat, let's make a quick shave just in case and go chat with this one, Tegarin or something. We see a scaled fiend who looks very similar to the one standing next to him. In addition to the pierced left ears, both are black-hued and reptilian, with bat wings tucked against themselves. This one has a small scar under its left eye. Greetings, old comrade. 'Tis truly a joy to see you again. Well, it seems it's a good thing that everyone was curious about these creatures. Seems they know us. Again? What I mean, dear man, is that time our old enemy has performed a vicious disservice on you. It robs your memories and steals your recollections. If you do not recall us, why, it is because you have fallen prey to one of mortality's weaknesses. We are old friends of yours, old indeed. What can we do for you? Well, I had some questions. And Ethelgrin pokes in. Some questions? Perhaps we have answers. We're certainly eager to aid you, old friend. Yeah, perhaps a bit too eager. Erin is a bit wary for a couple of reasons, which are the reptilian appearance of these creatures, of course, seeing as he does have a fear of snakes, and also this very suspicious, almost like they're emphasizing the fact that they're old friends. Yeah. So let's be a bit careful with them. Oh, who are you guys? Ah, Ethelgrin, time has robbed our companion's memory. You honestly do not recall us, do you? Truly, I am aggrieved. But... as am I, Tegarin. Truly aggrieved, yet I rest easy. It has, after all, been many hundreds of years, and we know how the minds of mortals tend to dissipate with age. Hundreds of years? Are these guys just kinda too dumb to pull off this lie properly, or don't they seriously know that humans don't live that long? Seeing as Erin is human, I mean, some other races live longer, but if it's been hundreds of years, they should know that the memory loss probably isn't directly related to age as such. Well spoken. Old friend, we are a pair of Abishai on leave from our current assignments in Bator. I am Tegarin, the thrice damned, so named for my ability to find the best in every situation. This is Ethelgrin, who has earned himself no special name, though not for lack of trying. I guess he's really unlucky, or just pretty much sucks at everything she does. Himself, yeah, he. Lack of trying? What do you mean? Ethelgrin ignores us as it responds to its companion. And once again, Tegarin, you have cut straight to the truth of the matter. Though perhaps it is best not to have earned the sort of notice one bearing the name thrice damned must surely have incurred. Okay, well, I had some other questions. Mort whispers to us. Boss, I don't like this. They're not supposed to be here. The Blood War hasn't kicked the Celestials' asses bad enough that any fiend can go on for low. They want something. Tread carefully. In the meantime, Tegarin continues to respond to its companion. In its turn, Tagarin ignores us as it replies to its comrade. Once again, I maintain that any notice is better than no notice at all. The Abishai turns back to us. Old friend, does this answer your question as to our identities? Oh, I suppose it will have to. I had some other questions. Some questions? Perhaps we have answers. We are certainly eager to aid you, old friend. Again. Well, what are you doing here? You said something about what are you on a holiday from waging war? What are we doing? Why, is it not perfectly clear, old friend? We are on leave from our beloved assignment, taking out for ourselves some much needed rest and perhaps inducing some additional recruitment for our glorious cause. Our superiors fully support our presence, to be sure. In a more immediate sense, we are taking our entertainment in this delightful establishment. And, of course, we are celebrating the return of our old friend. However, the stench of the breezes, which occasionally waft the scent of goodness in the door, debases us somewhat, leaving us physically, mentally, and spiritually weaker. Fortunately, the air in this ward of the city carries a delicious tang of pain and supplication. Wouldn't you agree? Again, the fiend smiles broadly at us. I had some other questions. Interesting personalities, these. Well, could you tell me about fiends? Erin is interested in general about these things. So let's ask. As we see it, there are two kinds of fiends. Those who are correct and those who are not. Our side, that of the Bates, is correct. The other side, that of the cursed, hated, chaotic Tanari, is incorrect and must be exterminated. Yeah, figures. Yeah, kind of our own fault for asking fiends about fiends. We hold the Tanari directly responsible for the Blood War. Were it not for them, we could have settled the lower planes in peace and wouldn't have all the bother of fighting this wretched war, nor would the unfortunate spillovers into other planes be such a cause for concern among the namby-pambying do-gooders. The Tanari are directly to blame for the multiverse's sad state of affairs. That's not really what I was asking. I wanted to know what differentiates you from them. The fiend pauses a moment and then brightens. Ah, yes, you see, we represent law and order. Those who break the law must be punished. If we have no law, we have only anarchy, and surely you can see what anarchy has done for the Abyss. It has spawned horrors beyond imagining. Any excesses the Bates state may have indulged in are simply to counter the rising tide of chaos, represented by the Tanari. We mean no harm to anyone, we just prefer to understand where the boundaries are. Yeah, right. Yep. Kinda didn't answer much more as per the alignment. I guess they pretty much represent order and the Tanari chaos, but both have their ups and downs. Well, at least to Erin, as he is neutral on that regard. Well, you never know what these guys might know, so let's ask about Farad. Farad? I have heard that. I have heard the name. Is he not a sage of some sort? A necromancer? Or is he a diviner of rubbish? I have heard of him, friend, but have not had the pleasure of his company. Perhaps one of the other patrons here can help you. Well, perhaps. Thanks, anyway, and farewell, you interesting creatures. Right. You... Very interesting creatures indeed. Okay, these are some... I don't know. Their appearance reminds me of some fanatic religious organization, most likely. So Erin is not too keen, though of course, Erin, well, in this setting he isn't really religious as such, but seeing as he doesn't know about them, but he's wary about more fanatic ones, and we don't know yet. They look like they're probably some annoying bloody do-gooders, but we shall see. I think at this point we shall go chat with the bartender. Eb Creek knees. Yeah, there's an old guy with a huge beard there. And he of course looks like he could know a lot about what's going on here. There's another guy next to him. I didn't even notice him immediately actually. Let's see. This bar has seen a lot of use. The scoring of weapons and talents does not mask the grimy build-up of years' worth of drinks that encrusts the surface of the bar. I bet it doesn't. There is also a door here. And this guy just told the guy wandering about here to let him know if he finds someone or something. Hope they're not looking for us. Let's go chat with the bartender. We see a leather-skinned man with just a hint of ashen color to his face. His teeth seem sharper than normal, and his eyes are filled with a boredom that comes with having seen too much. His voice is nasal and clipped. You again, eh? What do you want this time? You again? What do you mean? You know me? Yeah, you again. You got a hearing problem or something now? You was in here about 15 years ago, got all bubbed up, smashed up the place and left a pile of coin that wasn't enough to pay for the damages. So you plucked out your own bleeding eyeball and tells me you'll be back to reclaim it when you got 200 coins together. With 15 years of interest, you got about 500 coins. You got the chink, pal? I got your eye. Interesting. Would be nice to get it back, as God knows what we could find out with it. Maybe even reclaim some memories. It makes no logical sense, but this whole place doesn't make logical sense, so who knows. But yeah, 500, that's ridiculous. He pauses for a moment, considering. That it is. Tell you what, give me 300 and the eye's yours. Well, I still can't afford it. Then you're not getting your eye back. Make sense? Come talk to me when you've got the chink. We'll need 30 coins from somewhere, which we will get from selling all the rings and such that we have, most likely. First we'll have to find the marketplace to do that, though. We'll have to remember to come back for our eye. I'll actually write it down. Very well. Answer some other questions for me then first. Hurry it up, will you? I got paying customers. Yeah, who don't seem to be coming for drinks or anything right now, because the world is paused when I speak. Hooga! Well, who are you exactly? Me, I'm Barkis, owner and keeper of this place. Well, what is this place exactly? Other than a bar with a guy who's perpetually on fire. Didn't you see the sign out front? Didn't you see the berg burning over the furnace when you came in? It's the smoldering corpse cutter, best damn bubhouse in Sigil. At least it's the best damn bubhouse in this part of the hive, which makes it one of the best in Sigil. Hell, they got fancy places with plants and such in the ladies' ward, and they got fiendish taverns salted around the rest of the hive, but none of them got the character of the smoldering corpse. Yeah, none other place guy suffering for all eternity on a mantle on display. Well, we know about the corpse, so tell me something else, will you? What can you tell me of the patrons here? I don't make it a point to interfere with the lives of the people who give me their hard-earned chink unless they ask me to. So, over there is Kandrian, Planewalker. He's a good one to talk to about any planewalking questions you might have. He's been pretty much everywhere. Good to know. we will definitely be asking about Erin wants to know about the different planes in general that there are and where we could possibly get to from this place. That's the most interesting part. Down there is Ebb Creeknees, an old harmonium basher. Don't hold that against him. And a tout. He's got a good heart in him and he knows Sigil up and down. I guessed right. Old men with beard are always the best source of, general information in places. Them fiends over there are Ethelgrin and Tagarin. Word of advice, don't deal with them. They might be low rankers in the fiend hierarchy, but they're still fiends. Then you got Ilquicks over there, not trustworthy, and some mercy killers looking for some poor sod. Dakon the Gitzerai is a mystery to me. Don't know much about him. He don't talk much. Finally, you interested in earning some free bub? Oh, that sounds good. We could use some refreshment. Yes. There's a bubber over against the far wall, hanging about in the shadows, who's been trying to work up her courage to slip out without covering her tab. I want you to make sure she don't do that. You do it, you got free bub here for life. For life? Oh, hell yes. I'll do it, but answer me some questions first. She ain't going anywhere. I'm looking for Farad. Would you happen to know anything other than he's at somewhere in Ragpicker Square? He turns and spits on the floor. Farad? Puh, you may as well just turn your back and let him sink a dagger in it. Though from the looks of you, you already have. If you're dead set on finding Farad, pardon the pun, talk to Ebb Creeknees over there. He should know something of value. Ebb, the old man, my thanks. Okay, well, first thing first. Erin really wants some refreshments, so we are going to go do the task we just agreed to. Where were you, Mocha? There you are, and intimidating slow walk towards her. What do you want? Barky says it's time for you to settle your tab. Pay up. She jumps a little and her nervous tension becomes full-fledged anxiety. What are you going to do? Ask you to go pay up. Now. 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 Do it. I can't afford it. Can you spot me just 10%? I'll give it to him and he knows I'll pay the rest. I don't think so. I'm not a charity. Can you think of another way to pay him? Another way to pay? She smiles sadly. You could always kill me. Well, of course I could, but what good would that do? That isn't exactly solving the situation as the bartender asked us to do. So, question is, of course, how much is it exactly if we lend her? Because it means free drinks for life. I mean, the barkeep doesn't need to know where she got the money from as long as she pays. That's what we will get the reward from. So if it's not much, I mean, free bob for life. I don't think killing her will solve anything as such. That's not really worth it. Erin doesn't see a point in that, so I'll just lend you that money. Now go pay up. 100, wow. That was a lot. She pockets your chink, glances briefly toward the door, almost as if she's weighing her chances of dashing out. Sighs heavily as she realizes there's no chance and begins to walk glumly toward the bar. My thanks, I suppose. Don't mention it, and don't even think about heading for the door until you've paid up.
All right.
And let's make sure she doesn't. That looks like it really hurts. Yeah, you don't say.
All right.
Come here, I will show you.
All right.
You will soon know.
Done.
From experience.
All right.
The Mercy Killer bunch are chatting there. I'm getting bored of waiting for him. Here's some money. I'll bring in more later. You'd better, or I'll send him after you again. Okay, I guess that's it. Let's chat with her. I'm going. You don't have to pester me. Just making sure. Get moving.
All right.
So she's going out, so I don't know why she said that. Oh well. Okay, time for some refreshments. Or we could ask if dealing with her would get us our eye back. I like it back now, as a reward instead of the forever free bub. Okay, and again he's starting to ask 500. Yeah, okay. I took care of the tab dodger. 1000 experience for that. Wow. Then, friend, you have full bar privileges for free. Anything you want, anytime. That must have been a pretty big tab she ran up. You don't know the half of it. You want a drink now? Set me up. You want a drink, you got a drink. This is what we got for you. Beer, bitters, mead, elemental water, Arborean fire wine and fire seeds, cursed heart wine and Batorian whiskey. What'll it be? Oh, fire wine and fire seeds sounds great. Let's try that. He passes us a glass of deepest red wine and a handful of brightly colored seeds. Stick the seeds in your mouth and take a swig of the wine. Don't be surprised when the seeds catch fire. They won't do you any harm. It's a taste like no other. He's right. When we pop a seed into our mouth, it mingles with our saliva and bursts into a tiny flame. We quench it with a swallow of fire wine and the taste is indescribable. Bucky smiles. You want another? Sure, keep 'em coming. This is yummy. Well, we could try the hot wine. He passes us a glass of Kirst's famous hot wine. The bouquet is breathtaking and the wine itself is full-bodied and fruity. The aftertaste leaves nothing to be desired. Made from real razor vine, that is. Wish I knew the secret. You want another? I certainly do, to wash our mouth a bit of the hotness. Let's have plain old water. He moves back to a keg on the wall and turns the spigot. The clearest water we have ever seen pours from the nozzle into the glass he holds underneath it. He sets it down in front of us and we take a deep draught. It is the purest thing we have ever tasted, a coldness inherent to the water itself, a feeling of air that passes over our tongue and into our stomach, where its coolness calms even the raging of our passions for a moment. From the heart of the elemental plane of water, says the barkeep. Any other water you ever drink's going to taste dirty by comparison. Quite an experience, my thanks, farewell. We shall rest now by taking a longer break, and when we return we shall start chatting up more people here. Oh, Mocha still didn't get out of here. She's a bit slow, isn't she? Anyway, until next time.